Today, we're turning slime into obsidian. Wait, did I just read that correctly? Before we do any farm building, we're gonna build the second wing of the Create warehouse, just so we can automate some brass production and some more stuff using, well, brass. But first I need to collect everything for the contraptions in the assembly line, and that should be everything we need. Now, for the assembly line itself, we're starting with the production of some brass. We will be using the same setup as we used for the andesite alloy in last episode. After that, I'm going to use a mechanical press to turn that brass into brass plates. And while we're at it, we can add 2 more lines, one for gold plates and iron plates. Now that we have gold plates, we can also automate the production of precision mechanism. Those are a pain to make because you need to have 3 deployers in line, with the first one having a small cogwheel, the second a large cogwheel, and the last one needs to put in an iron nugget. You have to repeat that 5 times before you can actually unload a precision mechanism onto the output line. Lastly, we can add a simple casing production just using some brass to turn stripped logs into brass casings. And that's the functional side of this wing. Now we have to supply it with crafting materials. For the stuff like nuggets and stripped logs and just raw materials, we can just get them from the main input vault. And as for cogs, we'll just have to add an extra belt coming from the andesite alloy line that leads into another vault. We can take what we need from that vault on in the future. As for the gold, in the andesite farm, we have gold nuggets as a byproduct from washing soul sand. So it's basically just a matter of taking those out of their vault, compacting them into ingots, and loading them onto the same output line as the andesite farm. That way, the forklift that passes by this farm will transport both andesite and gold ingots to the warehouse. The copper and zinc ingots will have to wait, but I'll spend some time using a few threshold switches and some redstone links to hook up and make sure that everything can toggle on and off based on the needs that the warehouse has. And that's basically the whole wing done, practically that is. We need some more supplies coming in from the main island, but I'll do those later as we do need to prep for some future projects. So let's head down to the diamond mines with our drill, and I'll be running it until I'm underneath the industrial island and see if I can find some slime chunks. Aside from the many ores and building blocks that I collected, I didn't have much luck finding slime chunks underneath the industrial island, so we'll have to resort to use the ones that are underneath our home base. To start off, we can get a hole dug out at level 40, which is the highest level that slimes can spawn, and then get a whole lot of drills, make a big square, filling in the chunk, and with the use of a rope pulley, we can lower it down and dig out the entire chunk. It's that easy. Of course, we will need to get rid of any water pools and lava and stuff that is in the way, but that's an easy task. As long as the drill goes down, we can take care of that. In any case, this process doesn't take too long as we're already nearing the lowest level. And this is it, one chunk all dig out. Oh. I'm one chunk off. That's not what I planned. Well, nothing else I can do than just repeat it 2 more times, I guess. After digging out the 2 extra holes, basically, I'm building a simple slime farm, we've all done it before, consisting of 6 platforms that'll spawn the slimes. I'm planning to funnel them into one spot using some water and a few drills to get the bigger slimes to, well, take on a smaller form. After that, we can use a deployer with some swords to take care of the smaller slimes. And then we send all the slime balls up to level 40 where we started. Here we can route all of them into a vault with 2 outputs. One will go straight into a drawer, and the rest will be cooked into magma cream, which in its turn will be compacted into a magma block. The good thing is when we wash said magma blocks, we can turn them into obsidian. That's basically it. We've got a solid source of obsidian right now. The only thing that I'll have to do, and I'll do this off camera, maybe on a stream or something, is to light up any caves around here, because, well, right now the farm is not as fast as I want it to be. As a little side note though, I noticed that when I came over to the warehouse to get some brass funnels, that we were lacking a blaze burner underneath the basin. So let's put in a bucket loader and a little lava farm to fuel the burner, and we'll do that in a little short, eeny meeny tiny montage. See, I told you guys, it would be short. But now this is actually producing brass. And while I was at it, I decided to install one of these at the slime farm as well. That way it's fully self-sustainable. But we've got a slime farm, we've got a way to produce brass and all these other components. Now we just have to find a way to take this obsidian that we're creating to the other island. And while we're at it, we can take care of the copper and the zinc as well. Now, it's time for an actual montage though. So, cue the music. The track is in, and we have all the pickup stations installed. Now we just need a train. And I again want to take a little inspiration of all these little freight trains that I keep finding online that are just used to move stuff over short local distances. So this one's gonna look quite blocky and quite robust as well. And we're just gonna use the same cart design that I've used in the past. So we can hide an interface and a barrel, and we just have to check and make sure that all the stations line up before we can send it on its way. And I think that'll be it for today. We got a lot done today, again, but the new year is starting soon, and I still have to edit this video, so I'm gonna start recording, I'm gonna get to editing. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you all in 2024. Bye!